Welcome, electronic video guests, to the first full week of the 2022 college football season. Well, we couldn't have asked for a better beginning than what we got last week. No siree. There's nothing better than Scott Frost's sad face. Although I do have to say, I feel a little bit sorry for old Scott Frost. He's not a likable person, but I do feel sorry for him anyways. He now realizes he's going to be a failure at the thing he wanted most in life. He wanted to be the Nebraska football hero, restoring the program to all its glory, and secure himself a seat at the Nebraska Football Roundtable with Tom Osborne and Bob Devaney. But now he'll have to take a stool at the counter of Nebraska football losers with Bill Callahan and Mike Riley. It's a tough thing when a person realizes they're a failure. It's not a pleasant thing to go through. So yes, we do feel a little bit sorry for old Scott Frost. All right. Before we get to this week's games, I just want to say that after we pick the games, we're going to bust open this fat pack of 2021 score football. And we're going to give all the cards away. So if you want to get some cards, just stick through this thing and keep watching. All right, let's get to this week's games. Thursday night football. We've got Central Michigan at Oklahoma State. Now, the last time the Chippewas went out to Stillwater, they won the game. Now, I don't think they're going to win this year, but I do believe they can cover. They're getting 21 points. We're picking Central Michigan to lose, but to cover. They've got a good enough offense where they can beat that spread. They got a real good running back and a pretty decent quarterback. Oklahoma State's breaking in a new defensive coordinator, so I'm going to go with Central Michigan to score just enough to cover the 21. Then also Thursday night, we've got this game between Penn State and Purdue. Well, that's going to be a tough game to call. Purdue has the better quarterback, but they lost all their playmakers and their best defensive player, George Karlaftis. And Penn State's going with Sean Clifford for about the 10th year in a row. And let me say, for Clifford, it's a good thing this game is on the road. Because if he missed a couple early passes and the game was at home, the fans would be calling for Drew Aller, the hotshot freshman QB. This one was just too tough to call. So I flipped a coin before we started the video. Heads came up. I said heads is for Purdue, so by a coin flip, we're picking Purdue, although we don't have much confidence. This one could go either way. I will say I think Purdue has the better coach in Jeff Brom. Penn State's James Franklin is a great recruiter, but he's squandered a lot of talent over the years at Penn State. So by coin flip, we're going to go with Purdue. Now Friday night, we got another Big Ten game. Illinois at Indiana, a matchup between two of the great goofball coaches in college football. Brett Bielema at Illinois and Tom Allen at Indiana. Well, we're going with Illinois to win the game outright. I think their running game is going to carry the day. Indiana is unsettled at quarterback, but I suppose they could win the game if Connor Bazelak is their QB and he comes out and performs like Ryan Helinski did for Northwestern last week, a scrap heap QB regaining his form. But we're going to go with Illinois. We think they'll win the game outright. They're getting 3 points at Indiana. Now, Saturday, we got the glamour game of the week. Oregon getting 17 points at defending national champion Georgia. Well, I'm going to take Oregon and the points. Oregon will lose, but they will cover. Their new coach, Dan Lanning, ought to know enough about his old team Georgia's offense to be able to come up with a defensive game plan to keep the game in the 10 to 14 point loss range. Bo Nix is the quarterback out there at Oregon now. I guess this is about his last chance to live up to the massive hype he had about 10 years ago when he started his career at Auburn. But I just don't see him having any success against that Georgia defense. Saturday night, we got Notre Dame at the Ohio State. Notre Dame is getting 17.5 points at the Ohio State. No chance Notre Dame covers this. The Ohio State will win this game, and the reason is just look at the two quarterbacks. Notre Dame is starting something named Tyler Buckner. No way he can keep up with C.J. Stroud and the rest of the Ohio State offense. Notre Dame is going to get buried. This game will be over early. But I tell you what, the TV announcers will be fawning all over Marcus Freeman all night, no matter what. I guarantee it. They're going to talk about how his great recruiting and what a great guy he is and how Notre Dame made a brilliant hire, and they're going to be right up there with Alabama and Georgia in a year or two. Just watch that game and see if I ain't right. But the Ohio State will win that one and cover easily. And then we got a Sunday night football game. Florida State getting 3 points at LSU. Come on. This is the easiest pick of the week. LSU wins, and they cover easy. You got a dope coach at Florida State, and you got a professional ball coach at LSU and Brian Kelly. This Norvell fella for Florida State is like a little boy trying to beat a grandmaster at chess. It ain't going to happen. I also think Jaden Daniels is going to surprise a few people down there in the SEC this year. He's a pretty good little QB. They better keep an eye out him in the SEC. LSU wins this game and covers easy. So that's our picks for the first full week of college football. So now let's open us up some of these 2021 score football cards. Fat pack. Very simple, folks. If you see a card you want, just put that player's name down in the comments field. You'll have the first person who claims the player will win the card, get the card. But remember, after it's all said and done, if you claim some cards, you gotta send me your address. These things don't just magically appear on your doorstep. You got to send an email to hank.youtube@yandex.com or send me a direct message at Twitter. It's HL Rasico right there. We ended up getting addresses from everybody from the last card giveaway except for one person. I think everybody's got their cards now, but one fella, I can't remember now who it was, he claimed one of the Desmond Ritter cards. You never sent me your address, so if you still want that card, you got to email me your address here or direct message there. All right, let's see what we got for our 2021. I bought me a ton of these cards last year. These scores are so cheap. I wanted to load up on those. They had so many great rookies last year, rookie QBs. But I still got a few packs left over. All right, what do we got first? Tyrann Mathieu, the safety. The best thing about these scorecards is the little facts on the back. Fun fact, Tyrann wants to act in action movies after his playing days. All right, fella. Remember, if you want one of these cards, just put the player's name down in the comment field. The first person who mentions the name gets the card. Sterling Shepard. His favorite video game is Crash Bandicoot. All right. Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer. Okay. Antonio Gibson from the Commanders. His biggest mentors are his mother and sister. All right. Damian Harris. Pretty good little running back. He wants to be a college football analyst after his career. Ed Reed. Ed donated 250 meals on Thanksgiving 2020. All right. Then we got Josh Allen of the Jaguars. His sister plays in the WNBA. Marvin Jones Jr. All right. What we got next? Andre Johnson. All right. He enjoys eating seafood. Fascinating. All right. TJ Watt. TJ hates scary movies. They make him nervous. All right. James Robinson. His scariest movie is probably Urban Meyer coming back to coach. Barry Sanders card. Barry is one of 9 players to win the Heisman and NFL MVP. And we got a red Marquez Stevenson rookie card. He shares a birthday with Diana Ross. I bet he'd like to share some other stuff with Diana. Then we got a red Marvin Jones. All right. We got a score team Patrick Mahomes. Next level stats Larry Fitzgerald. And then we got Kuechly, Davis, and Green. Panther linebackers, I guess. Score team Derrick Henry. That's a nice Derrick Henry card. And we got a Deion Sanders card. Look at that. Game face. Deion Sanders. No water down there in Jackson, Mississippi, making it tough for his team this year. Lamar Jackson score team. Hopefully Lamar doesn't get COVID 3 times this year like he did last year. Reggie Bush, NCAA champion. Look at that. And a Super Bowl champion, too. Reggie Bush. Very nice. What we got here? Jonathan Taylor score team. Then we got a game face John Randall. Josh Jacobs score team. And we got another national champion card. So Derrick Henry. That's a nice card if you got any Alabama Derrick Henry fans. Next level CD Lamb. And then we got some Cowboy linebackers. What else? We got a rookie card, a Christian Darrisaw. He majored in business information technology. Rookie card, Jay Tufele from the Trojans. Alright. Rookie card, Micah Parsons. Oh, that's a nice card. Micah, he had a great rookie year. Micah Parsons, he majored in criminology. Micah Parsons, rookie card. Nice one. Rookie card, Kellen Mond. He just got cut. Boy, he cut him in your second year, a third-round draft choice, QB. That tells you a lot about what that new staff in Minnesota thinks of his abilities. Kellen Mond already flopping out of the league. Somebody will probably give another shot, though, but cut already. Brendan Knox rookie card. He's got a birthday with Hall of Famer Brett Favre. Oh, a Devontae Smith rookie card. Any other Alabama fans want that one? And we got a Nick Bosa, Noah Fant. We got an old Tony Gonzalez card. Tony Gonzalez. He appeared in an episode of One Tree Hill. I don't even know what that show is. Austin Eckler. He's got birthday with Matt Ryan. Maybe they can all get together and share a piece of cake with the same fork. Him and Matt Ryan. Jimmy Garoppolo. He's sticking with the 49ers. He says, yep, I'll be Trey Lance's little caddy. No problem at all. He grew up in a big Italian family. All right. All right, Jerry Jeudy. Time for him to do something this year. His favorite player as a kid was Reggie Bush. And our last card, the old Seahawk Hall of Famer, Steve Largent. He ran for governor in Oklahoma in 2002. I don't remember that, but that's it. If you want any of those cards, you put the player's name in the comment field. The first person who puts down the name gets the card. Remember, though, you got to send me an address. Otherwise, that card is not just going to get up and walk over to you. Pick one of these two ways to send me your address. If that other fellow who wanted the Desmond Ritter card, get me that address. We actually had a couple unclaimed cards. Let me see what we had left. I'll try to give these away also if anybody wants one. We got one Malik Cunningham left, one Peyton Thorne, and one Bijan Robinson. If anybody wanted, those are the only cards that weren't claimed. I'll hold on to this Ritter card in case we get the address. But that's it, people. Get ready to enjoy another week of college football. There's another video here wrapped up. Ready to hit the stop button and dump this thing into the YouTube airfill. God willing, we'll be back soon. We're going to have a TTM video in a day or so. Until then, enjoy the rest of your life.